On October 8, 2014, 39-year-old Jin Feng Chen failed to show up for work at a Chinese restaurant near his home in the small town of Guilderland, USA. Concerned, a coworker went to Chen's home, located about half a mile from the workplace, around noon on the same day. However, upon entering the house, the coworker discovered a horrific scene. All family members had been brutally murdered. As the coworker's English was extremely limited, another colleague had to call the police. When forensic investigators arrived at the scene, they found the head of the family dead on the first floor of the house, while the bodies of his wife and 2 sons were discovered upstairs. The crime scene quickly drew significant media attention, as it was the first quadruple murder in the area. However, the police did not rush to disclose information about the murder, and much of the initial information came from relatives of the deceased family who communicated with Chinese media. The crime shocked the small, quiet town, and memorials with flowers, candles, and other mementos were set up not only at the home, but also at the elementary school where Chen's children attended. Local authorities later stated that the investigation progressed very slowly during the critical first 48 hours of the investigation, partly due to a language barrier. Technological factors also hindered evidence collection, as neither the home nor nearby businesses had surveillance cameras that could assist in solving the case. The police were disappointed when Apple initially rejected their requests to disclose the family's phone data, but eventually, Apple provided the data to investigators. The captain leading the investigation refused to disclose the murder weapons, the evidence collected at the crime scene, or details of how the family members were killed, describing them as truly horrifying. He confirmed that the family was killed between 3:30 and 6:30 a.m. on the day the bodies were discovered. The chief also declined to describe any developed profile of the killer and admitted that investigators did not know whether they were looking for an individual or a group of perpetrators. Accusations emerged early in the investigation, suggesting that Chen might have been involved in human trafficking, gambling, and organized crime. From the beginning, there were claims that the Chen family was engaged in illegal business activities. A week after the murder, a newspaper reported some evidence supporting these claims, stating that Chen was allegedly involved in large transactions of unregistered cash, used to pay illegal Chinese workers in restaurants in neighboring areas. It was reported later that the police found 18 mattresses on the floor in the basement of Chen's house, indicating possible involvement in illegal human trafficking. Over time, the Chen house was put up for sale, and 2 investors purchased the troubled property, conducting extensive renovations. Workers removed the family's belongings using 6 trash bins. One worker, whose name was not disclosed, said that it seemed like no one had taken out personal items. Photographs from Google Street View in October 2011 showed Chen's car parked at the house, with one of his sons visible on the porch. A white van was also parked next to the house. Another photo taken in September 2014, a month before the family's tragedy, exists. The Chen house remains one of the darkest and most mysterious unsolved murders to this day. Dear viewers, what do you think actually happened? Were they involved in illegal activities?